18 versions in, and this autofocus just keeps getting better and better and better. I have acquired this firmware and put it available in the download link below. And even though this firmware isn't yet officially available for public beta testing, I am covering the story for you guys as real time as I can so that you can keep on top of exactly what's coming to the Blackmagic cinema cameras. Now, right now, this is only for the full frame 6K cinema camera that looks kind of like a pocket style body, but isn't actually a pocket cinema camera by name. Now, as I've shown you guys in my videos so far, this works perfectly fine with EF to L mount adapters and non-native L mount lenses. All of the tests I've shown you on previous videos and this one have been done exclusively with Sigma art zooms and even a super cheap Yongnuo 50mm f1.8 lens that was under $100. And as you can see from my test here for version 18, even with my model running around, me running around, adjusting zoom lens, and even turning away from the camera and back to the camera on a busy background in an environment without ideal lighting, this genuinely just gets better and better, genuinely gets faster and faster. Now, for those who've been following along, the two official major updates for version 18 both have to do with reducing focus hunting. One is when you release the autofocus lock, which is pressing and holding the autofocus button on the camera, as well as when the autofocus loses track of a face. For example, when your subject turns around and then back to camera, it reduces focus hunting when finding that face again. So first off, testing out the Sigma 18-35 f1.8 lens. Now, even though this lens was designed for a smaller sensor camera, the autofocus system is taking control and operating it just fine. Now, of course, it may not be a huge surprise that a super wide angle lens does a pretty good job with autofocus. Let's see how the 35mm zoom works. Now, here you can see we're doing much more dramatic movement and even putting the subject's face near the edge of the frame outside of what the lens was originally designed to cover. The autofocus still holds quite well throughout any sort of movement that we would actually be doing, even for a live one-take music video performance. And if you're a Blackmagic shooter that's not yet shooting BRAW, or someone who's considering a Blackmagic camera, especially with new upgrades like this autofocus coming out, and you want to see a video about how 12-bit codecs, in particular BRAW, kinda just dunk on any other available RAW codecs, you can check out this video right here where I go over details on how 12-bit and 16-bit codecs differ and why you might want to find what is the sweet spot for your workflow. And with that, I'm going to get back to shooting, and I will catch you guys on the next one.